The movie begins with a mother and her little girl, Lauren Lane, arriving at an audition in an old Benz. They sign in, find a seat, and wait nervously among a crowd of other parents and kids. When Lauren's name is finally called, fear flashes across her face, but her mom gives her a reassuring smile and tells her to go for it. Inside the audition room, Lauren takes a deep breath, finds her courage, and performs with a mix of joy and confidence. Time skips forward. Lauren is now an adult, living the life she always dreamed of, famous, successful, and admired in Hollywood. But that perfect life quickly crumbles when her computer and phone get hacked. Suddenly, her private photos and secrets are everywhere online, and among them is a picture of a positive pregnancy test, revealing she's pregnant. Shaken and humiliated, Lauren locks herself away in her room. Her personal assistant, worried about her, gently suggests she take some time off and mentions she's already found a quiet place where Lauren can get away for a while. Confused and emotionally drained, Lauren agrees. The assistant offers to go with her, but Lauren insists on going alone. She needs space to think. They share a warm hug before she leaves, and the assistant reminds her to use the week to rest and heal. Lauren loads her dog, Georgie, into the car, starts the engine, and drives off. As she heads out of the city, her film director calls. The leaked pregnancy photo has gone viral, and the studio is in crisis mode, desperate to control the damage. The long drive gives Lauren time to reflect. She pulls over at one point to let Georgie stretch his legs, taking into silence for a moment. Then her phone rings again. It's her mother. The call quickly turns sour. Her mother is angry about the scandal, more concerned with what her friends are saying than with how Lauren's actually feeling. Lauren tenses up, hurt by the conversation. It's clear her mother's been living off the money Lauren worked so hard for, and now she's treating her daughter's pain like an inconvenience. Frustrated and heartbroken, Lauren tells her mother she just needs to be alone, somewhere quiet where she can finally find peace. Hours later, she turns onto a lonely countryside road, her mind still spinning from the chaos online. When she finally arrives at a remote house, she steps out, takes a deep breath, and looks around. It's peaceful, exactly what she needs. The place is old but cozy. She takes a slow walk through the rooms. But what she doesn't know is that there's a hidden camera in the house. Someone is watching her. Lauren keeps exploring until she reaches the bedroom, drops off her bags, then goes upstairs and finds a balcony with a stunning view. She pours herself a glass of wine, puts on some music, and begins to dance, trying to shake off everything that's been haunting her. All the while, the cameras keep recording. Cut to Marcus, sitting on a couch in a small apartment, watching the live feed from those hidden cameras on his phone. He's completely fixated, not only on the footage of Lauren, but also on the TV show she stars in, playing on his TV in the background. Back at the house, Lauren drinks her wine, pets Georgie, and talks softly to him as he barks at the trees outside. Later that night, she lies on her bed and searches her own name online, watching as the internet tears her apart. We soon learn the truth. Lauren has been having an affair with Peter, the show's producer, and the man who plays her father on screen. He's also the father of her baby. Meanwhile, Marcus meets with his uncle Dowlin and a friend to talk about starting a new business. Dowlin asks about the house Marcus is managing and whether anyone's staying there. Marcus lies, saying it's empty. The men press him, warning that the house's real owner wouldn't be happy if he knew about the secret cameras. Marcus defends himself, saying he only took the job because it's the only way he can make money to support them. Back at the cabin, Lauren's phone rings again. It's Peter. He demands to know where she is, but she tells him to leave her alone. She needs to deal with things her own way. Peter insists, worried that when the affair comes out, it will destroy everything. He begs her to end the pregnancy, but she refuses. Frustrated, Peter hangs up. Later, he's seen talking to another man, furious and pacing. He's terrified of what will happen if his family, or the public, finds out. The scandal could ruin the show, cost people their jobs, and destroy his reputation. In his anger, he says he only gave Lauren a chance because she wasn't even that talented. His associate tells him there's a way to make the problem disappear. Pay the right people, and it'll all be taken care of. The plan? Make Lauren's death look like an overdose. That night, Lauren wakes up and heads to the bathroom, completely unaware of what's coming next. Meanwhile, Dowling gets a notification on his phone. It's a live video feed from the cameras inside the house. He starts watching and realizes Lauren is in the bathroom. Suspicious, he sneaks up on Marcus, takes his phone, and discovers the full feed. Shocked, he wakes his friend, and the two rush out, heading straight to the house. When Marcus wakes up and can't find his phone, he tries calling Dowling, but no one answers. He senses something's wrong. At the house, the intruders quietly plan their way in. Outside, Georgie hears them and starts barking wildly, waking Lauren. She gets up, half asleep, trying to calm him down. The men unlock the door using a code, and as they enter, Georgie lunges at one of them, biting his leg. The man kicks the dog away, and Georgie limps off into the dark. The intruders pull masks over their faces and move through the house. Terrified, Lauren hides in a nearby room. They search each room one by one until they reach hers. Lauren calls out, asking what they want, but instead of answering, they start arguing among themselves. Suddenly, Marcus bursts in, demanding to know why they're there. A fight breaks out. In a struggle, a gun goes off, Marcus is hit. He falls to the floor dead. Dowling tries to force open the locked door where Lauren's hiding, but the handle breaks. Out of options, they go back to get tools, leaving her trapped inside. Lauren desperately tries to break the door, but it won't budge. She screams for help, but no one hears her. Exhausted and panicking, she collapses, whispering to herself, remembering how people always saw her as fragile, when in truth, she was raised to fight like a wolf. Her thoughts blur as she notices smoke and the sound of running water echoing through the pipes. Outside, Georgie limps through the woods, vanishing into the night. By morning, Lauren hears footsteps approaching. At first, she thinks it's Grace, her assistant, but it's Dowling and his friend. She tries to reason with them, promising money if they'll just let her go, but they don't believe her. They try to break down the door. When Dowling fails, his partner pulls out a gun and fires at the lock, but the bullets ricochet, hitting him instead. He collapses, dead, and Dowling, bleeding from the same shot, stumbles out in shock and flees toward the hospital. Back inside, Lauren sits alone in the dark room. A large rat scurries across the floor and wakes her. Trembling, she tries to fix the flickering bulb, but it goes out again. She's terrified, not for herself, but for her baby. When the rat runs toward her, she panics, grabs a metal rod, and kills it. Blood splatters across her face. Breathing hard, she starts talking to herself, on the edge of losing her mind. Elsewhere, Georgie is found by a kind woman named Loletta, who takes him to a vet. When she can't reach the owner, she posts about him online, hoping someone will recognize the dog. Back at the house, Lauren manages to break a water pipe while trying to escape, and the room begins to flood. Meanwhile, police visit Dowling's home after he shows up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. The landlord tells them about the break-in, and when officers search the place, they find a blood-stained shirt. Dowling wakes up in his hospital bed, handcuffed and confused, calling out for answers. At the vet, Loletta starts to feel uneasy after a strange man, the assassin, shows up, offering money for Georgie's location. When she refuses, he waits for her to return. Dowling manages to escape from the hospital, disguised as a doctor. At the same time, Loletta picks up Georgie and drives off, unaware that the assassin is tailing her. Georgie suddenly jumps from the car and runs ahead, leading Loletta straight to the house. Inside, Lauren is still fighting to free herself, prying out the last nails from the door hinges as the water rises higher. Loletta arrives and is immediately grabbed by Dowling, who has just returned. As they struggle, the assassin shoots Dowling dead and storms into the house. He calls his boss, demanding triple payment. Loletta seizes the moment, speaking to the boss over the phone, begging for help to save Lauren. Finally, Lauren breaks the last hinge. The door crashes down on the assassin just as he's about to shoot. Loletta rushes to help her. But before they can escape, Lauren realizes something. The man who had been pretending to be her bodyguard was part of the setup all along. She bolts from the room. The assassin wakes up, grabs his gun, and goes after them. Loletta grabs a lamp and smashes it over his head, but he recovers quickly, furious, and strikes her with his pistol. Lauren hides behind a wall, clutching a metal bar in her trembling hands. The assassin moves through the dark, searching for her. As he passes, she steps out and swings. The bar crashes into his head, and he drops to the floor. His phone starts ringing. Lauren hesitates, then picks it up. On the other end, she hears Peter's voice. "Is it done?" he asks coldly. Realizing everything, Lauren freezes, but before she can answer, the assassin lunges at her, grabbing her by the neck. Gasping for air, she fights back with everything she has left and slams the bar into his head again. He collapses, this time for good. Moments later, police sirens echo outside. Officers burst in just as Lauren stands over the body, blood on her hands. Without understanding the full story, they arrest her. Outside, the house is surrounded. Lauren leans against a police car, exhausted and shaking. She asks for her phone, opens her social media, and posts the truth for the world to see. Every secret, every lie, everything that happened. This time, she isn't hiding. Peter is later arrested for his crimes. The movie ends with Lauren moving forward with her dog and her baby. Thank you for watching.